Came home early with a positive pregnancy test, ready to share the news. He was on Discord with his friends. She actually thinks getting knocked up will keep me around. I'm just waiting for the lease to end. I stood in the hallway and listened to every word. Then I made a decision that changed everything. I met Nate 3 years ago at a friend's party. He was charming, funny, made me feel like the only person in the room. We moved in together after a year. I thought we were building a life. I was wrong. Looking back, I see all the signs I ignored. He worked part-time at a warehouse but kept saying he was about to start his own business. He spent most days gaming with his online friends. I paid most of the rent. I paid all the utilities. I bought the groceries. I told myself he was going through a rough patch. I told myself things would get better once his business took off. The business never took off. He never even started it. 2 weeks ago, I started feeling sick in the mornings. Took a test at work. Positive. I was terrified and excited at the same time. We had talked about kids someday. I thought this would be the push we needed to get serious about our future. I left work early to tell him. Bought a little gift bag. Put the test inside with a card that said, "Hi, Daddy." I was so nervous my hands were shaking. When I got home, I heard him talking in the bedroom. Door was cracked open. He was on Discord with his gaming friends. At first, I thought I'd just wait until he was done. Then I heard my name. Honestly, Jess is so easy to manipulate. She pays for everything and thinks I actually love her. I'm just running out the clock until the lease ends in 2 months. His friends laughed. One of them asked what he would do if she got pregnant. Nate laughed harder. Dude, she's been talking about babies lately. She actually thinks getting knocked up will keep me around. Like I'd stay for that. I'd ghost so fast. More laughing. Someone said I sounded desperate. Nate agreed. Said I wasn't even that attractive, but I was useful. Said he had been talking to some girl named Brittany online for months and was planning to move in with her once our lease was up. I stood there holding that stupid gift bag. The test inside with "Hi, Daddy" on the card. I didn't cry. I didn't confront him. I just walked back outside and sat in my car for an hour. Then I started making calls. See, the apartment lease was only in my name. I added Nate as an occupant, but he never signed anything. He had no legal right to be there. I called my landlord and explained the situation. Asked about my options. He said I could give Nate written notice to vacate since he wasn't on the lease. I asked how long. He said 30 days, but given the circumstances, he wouldn't fight me if I wanted to change the locks sooner as long as I gave written notice. That night, I acted normal. Made dinner, smiled, asked about his day. He said he'd been job hunting online. I nodded and said that was great. Inside, I was counting down. The next morning, I waited for him to leave for his shift. Then I moved fast. I packed all his stuff into boxes. Clothes, games, his PC, everything. I put it all in the parking lot by his car. I changed the locks, left an envelope on top of his things with written notice that he had to vacate immediately. I also included screenshots. See, Nate didn't know that Discord logs everything. His friend's girlfriend was someone I knew from college. She had access to the server. She sent me the entire conversation. Every word he said about me. Every joke about manipulating me. Every mention of Brittany. I printed it all out. When Nate came home that evening, I watched from the window. He saw the boxes. He tried his key. It didn't work. He started banging on the door. I didn't answer. He called me 18 times. I let it ring. He texted saying this was illegal. I texted back one message. Read the envelope. Then I blocked him. His mom called me the next day. She said I was overreacting. She said couples fight and I should let him come home so we could talk. I sent her the screenshots. She went quiet. Then she hung up. I heard later she kicked him out of her house too after reading what he said about me. He tried to stay with Brittany. Turns out she had a boyfriend the whole time and was just flirting for attention. She blocked him when he showed up at her door. Last I heard, Nate was sleeping on a friend's couch and telling everyone I was crazy. That I threw him out for no reason. That I made up the screenshots. But the screenshots have timestamps. They have his username. They have everything. People figured out the truth pretty fast. As for the pregnancy, I'm still figuring that out. I have a doctor's appointment next week. I have decisions to make that are mine alone now. Whatever I choose, it will be for me and my future. Not for someone who saw me as a meal ticket and a joke. I spent 3 years supporting a man who laughed about me to his friends, who planned to abandon me, who called me desperate and useful in the same sentence. I thought I was building a home. He thought he was running a scam. The difference is I get to keep the home. He doesn't get to keep anything. Funny how that works out.